No one at the lavish Empire Jewels Expo expected Kim Kardashian, famous for her glamorous appearances and headline-making antics, to steal the show quite this way. Yet under the glittering chandeliers and glass-encased jewels, she did just that by breaking a rule everyone else had to follow. Kim Kardashian had attended countless exclusive events in her lifetime, fashion weeks, private galas, film premieres, but this time she wanted a more relaxed, yet still luxurious outing. So, on a breezy afternoon in Manhattan, she slipped through the ornate doors of the Empire Jewels Expo, an invitation-only showcase held at the historic Crown Bridge Hall. The soaring marble pillars and hushed whispers of collectors provided a refined backdrop for the world's rarest gems, each shining under precise spotlights. Curators had curated these displays for months, ensuring each precious necklace, bracelet, and tiara gleamed without distraction. Kim arrived wearing a sleek black ensemble, understated yet clearly high fashion, accompanied by a minimal entourage, a single assistant and a close friend. Their presence alone turned heads, as staff members recognized her immediately. The expo organizers were thrilled to have such star power gracing their event. Cameras discreetly followed at a distance, no chaotic paparazzi swarm here, just a few respectful event photographers capturing attendees. The rules of the expo, though, were strict and clearly displayed on elegant signs. Viewing only, no handling or photography of the jewels. Kim began her walkthrough with genuine fascination, pausing at each glass case to admire the centuries-old diamond tiaras, emerald-encrusted bangles, and newly revealed contemporary art pieces that fused precious metals with modern sculpture. A curator, noticing her curiosity, began to explain the provenance behind each display, from Victorian brooches worn by European royalty to futuristic, lab-grown gemstones showcased by new designers. Kim listened intently, nodding, occasionally offering an appreciative smile, more subdued than her usual flamboyance on a red carpet. Yet, amid all the opulence, one particular piece caught her eye. A large sapphire necklace said to have belonged to a 19th-century duchess, rumored to be cursed. The deep blue stone, shaped like a teardrop, sparkled with a hypnotic glow. Kim found herself drawn closer, leaning in. The sign next to it read, "No direct handling without curator permission," a polite reiteration of the no-touch policy. Kim, enthralled, wished she could see the gem's facets up close, especially the rumored inscription near the clasp. At that very moment, a fan recognized her from across the room and shrieked excitedly, "Kim! Kim!" drawing the curator's attention away. The commotion gave Kim an unguarded second. Compelled by her usual blend of curiosity and boldness, she gently lifted the lid of the display. A few guests who noticed gasped in alarm. Kim carefully reached in, wanting just a closer look at the underside. She had no intention of removing it, just a quick glimpse. But the second she touched it, a subtle beep escalated into a piercing alarm that reverberated through the hall. Panic flickered across Kim's face. She set the necklace down instantly, her heart pounding. The alarm's shrill wail shattered the quiet hush, turning every head her way. Swiftly, 2 security guards rushed over, followed by a breathless curator who looked both horrified and apologetic. Onlookers parted to let them through, forming a nervous semicircle around the scene. Kim, hands raised slightly, offered a flustered explanation. "I'm so sorry, I just wanted to see the inscription. I didn't realize it would trip an alarm." Her cheeks flushed a shade deeper than her usual composed facade. Cameras flashed, capturing her half-apologetic, half-startled expression. The guards silenced the alarm, tapping a hidden panel on the display's pedestal. The curator, trying to remain professional, lowered her voice. "Ms. Kardashian, the expo guidelines are very clear. We have a strict no-touch policy. These are priceless antiques. We must maintain tight security." Kim nodded earnestly. I know. Totally my fault. I just got carried away. I swear I wasn't going to take it or anything, I promise." She looked around, acutely aware of the growing crowd. Some watchers appeared disgruntled, while others recorded the moment on their phones with eager fascination. Within minutes, whispers spread across the expo. Kim Kardashian just triggered an alarm. People from other exhibits trickled over to see what had happened. A renowned gemologist, who'd been lecturing on the history of Burmese rubies, paused mid-sentence to see the fuss. Attendees brandishing VIP badges murmured among themselves, some in disapproval, others sympathetic, recalling how mesmerizing the displays could be. The expo's manager, a stern-faced woman in a sleek suit, arrived, flanked by staff. With a subdued anger, she asked, Is everything under control, Ms. Delgado? Directing the question to the curator. Ms. Delgado nodded, glancing at Kim. Yes, ma'am. Ms. Kardashian accidentally opened the display. The alarm functioned properly. No damage done. The manager exhaled, tension easing but not disappearing. She fixed her gaze on Kim. We appreciate your presence here, Ms. Kardashian, but these rules are in place for a reason. This is a secured environment housing extremely delicate and sometimes historically significant pieces. I'll have to ask you to refrain from touching any further exhibits. Kim, shoulders slightly slumped, agreed quietly. Understood. I'm really sorry to disrupt everything. Observers snapped photos, capturing the moment she apologized with sincerity. In the background, 1 or 2 Boulder fans tried to edge in for a selfie, but the Expo staff waved them off, striving to restore order. Soon enough, the incident escalated online. Hashtags like #KimKardashianAlarm and #JewelsExpoFiasco popped up. Gossip sites jumped on the story, spinning headlines like Kim Kardashian's forbidden touch at the Empire Jewels Expo. The comedic twist. People posted memes of Kim as a stealthy jewel thief, or joked about her curse of the sapphire. On social media, opinions were split between calling her privileged for ignoring posted rules and praising her for publicly owning up to her slip-up. Despite the mild uproar, the expo continued. Kim, flanked by a discreet security detail, kept a low profile for the remainder of the visit. She stood at a polite distance from each display, only glancing at them with her curator, never repeating the mistake. She even whispered to Ms. Delgado, "I've learned my lesson, trust me." The curator, though initially irritated, appreciated Kim's courtesy and genuine remorse. They chatted about the exhibit's philanthropic purpose, how funds from ticket sales helped fund heritage restoration. Moved, Kim offered to donate a sum to the Expo's preservation projects, hoping to make amends for her gaffe. By evening, Kim posted a short statement. "I had an amazing time at the Empire Jewels Expo today. Apologies for any disruption. I got a little too intrigued by one of the exhibits. It was never my intention to overstep. I have nothing but admiration for the incredible craftsmanship and history on display." The post garnered supportive messages from fans, though critics still took jabs. "Rules are for mortals, apparently," one tweet snarked. But the general reaction was more about the comedic moment overshadowing the Expo's usual sophisticated calm. The Expo's PR team, meanwhile, decided to address the uproar in a calm manner, releasing a statement confirming that no item was damaged and praising Ms. Kardashian's immediate apology. They also emphasized their dedication to preserving cultural artifacts. The statement inadvertently boosted public interest, and the next day's crowd nearly doubled, many hoping to glimpse the now infamous sapphire display that Kim had tried to examine. Organizers noted an unexpected uptick in charitable donations, as visitors felt a renewed urge to protect these historic jewels, both a curious side effect of the fiasco and a demonstration of how attention, even from an incident, can transform into positive outcomes. In the days to come, interviews with the Expo's staff painted the story in a nuanced light. Kim, though used to special access in many circles, had been enthralled by the exhibit's rare pieces. She'd momentarily forgotten the boundaries, leading to an alarm that echoed across the entire hall. Ms. Delgado admitted, "It was stressful in the moment, but Ms. Kardashian was respectful afterward. Mistakes happen, and at least it showcased how captivating these jewels can be." Even the manager softened her initial stance, seeing how the fiasco overshadowed typical Expo news, but also brought beneficial publicity. For Kim, the incident served as a small but meaningful lesson in humility. Used to occasionally bending or bypassing certain privileges, she realized just how important it was to respect the guidelines at events of historical and cultural significance. During a breezy interview on a talk show that weekend, she recounted the story with self-deprecating humor. "I was so hypnotized by this unbelievable sapphire, I literally forgot there was an alarm attached to it. Next time, I'll stand back or ask for help if I want a better look." The audience burst into laughter, and the talk show host quipped about Kim's unstoppable curiosity. The comedic meltdown overshadowed what would have otherwise been a standard, regal jewelry expo. But ironically, the fiasco also fueled conversations about preserving cultural heritage, the fine line between celebrity freedoms and the mesmerizing power of precious artifacts. Kim's forced humility and the alarm's shrill wail had, for a moment, overshadowed the hush typical of such an event, reminding everyone that even the glitz of celebrity can't bypass every rule, nor should it. Weeks later, event organizers reported record attendance for the show's remainder, attributing it partly to the media frenzy. The museum's donation boxes overflowed with contributions from curious visitors, each wanting to see the sapphire that Kim tried to hold. Some docents good-naturedly joked, "If Ms. Kardashian found it that irresistible, it must be something else." In the end, Kim Kardashian's accidental alarm trigger at the Empire Jewels Expo became another colorful anecdote in her widely publicized life. For her, it was a modest embarrassment turned comedic footnote, a testimony to the unstoppable nature of her brand and her ability to apologize when stepping out of line. For the Expo, the meltdown overshadowed the day's pristine calm, but also sparkled into a story that reminded everyone how precious these historical jewels truly were. Even the biggest names in show business could be mesmerized beyond reason. And in that moment, behind the cameras and the curated displays, Kim showed a glimpse of plain human curiosity, overshadowing everything else in a single reverberating beep.